Hi Sag, my name's Jason. Thanks for visiting my channel. This is your general reading for mid-October, the second half of October. I've given the cards a pretty good shuffle. Let's just cut them and get straight into it. Okay, so you are entering the mid-October time with the Six of Swords. So it looks like you've just about decided, or you're going to decide, to walk away from something or to move away from something. You've had enough. Okay, you're moving on. Now this could be emotionally, you've made a decision to give something up or to just drop it somehow or to put this burden behind you, or it could literally be saying, right, I'm going to leave my job, or I'm going to leave my boyfriend or my girlfriend or my home. I'm going to move somewhere else. And you're aiming to go for bigger and better things. Okay, so if you have a look at this card, behind him is that sort of roughish water, and in front is the smooth water. The oarsman is taking away what's important to him, so that looks like the family in the front there, and moving on. Okay, so whether that's a family or just what's valuable to you, so whatever situation you've been in, you're going to try and retrieve what's valuable to you and then just leave the rest. Travel light and off to some new beginning, some new emotional landscape or new vision for yourself, or could literally be a new home or a new holiday destination maybe. Now, your task for the month of the second half of October, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so this seems to be your goal. You're trying to be well balanced here, I see. So the 10 of Pentacles represents abundance in all areas. Look at this happy, smiling environment, the lush greenery with the archway there with the happy people underneath it. So the 10 of Pentacles is a good all-round feeling of security and abundance. Okay, so that's where you're trying to get to. Okay, so that's a task that you're either set for yourself, or something has caused you to go this way, where you've got a range of a good balance of abundance in many things. So you're moving away from whatever you were in, or you decided to move away, or you're very close to deciding to move away, to head towards this sense of abundance. Okay, so you're seeing something in the distance and it looks like you're going to head towards it. Okay, we'll see if we can clarify that later. Okay, what are your fears though? Well, your fears for the second half of October, the Empress. Now the Empress is usually quite a sensual card, okay, or sensual energy. Perhaps there's something you're missing from when you do walk away. You may be missing some kind of sensual activity, or you may be leaving some kind of a lover or a friendship to move on to better things, but you realise that it's a practical thing to do. It's only a fear, remember. If you have a look at the Empress here, there she is sitting there, and she's got the Venus, or the sign of love, next to her. So she's realised she has to put the love aside for now. She has to put this relationship or whatever it is to do with love aside from her and make a practical decision to look after herself in other ways. So perhaps that's you there, deciding that you're going to have to separate your love life from your practical life, or from your career perhaps. Okay, so that's a fear that you might lose a nice relationship, or you might lose a good practical sense of something that you have by moving on. Okay, so the best attitude to take into the second half of October here, we have here the Two of Wands. Okay, so the Two of Wands is a card of being in a good position. So have a look at this person. They're quite well dressed. Okay, he's got the world in his hand. He's overlooking this area, so he has some status. He's got plenty of fire, and he does have one wand bolted to the wall behind him. Okay, which is saying that he may not have total open slather to go and do whatever he wants, because he has some responsibility which may hold him back. Okay, now also what he may be looking at, if you have a look down on the the bottom left of the card, you'll see the rose crossed with the lily. Now the rose represents passion, the lily represents a dispassionate, practical side of things, if you like, and more of objectivity. And so the plan that this person's making is that they want to make sure that whatever they do, they have both passion and that it's practical. Okay, so this is asking you to follow that path. So any plans that you're making, any attitude that you take, any project that you're thinking about, make sure that you have the passion to go with it, and it's not just a practical thing, or vice versa, that it's not just a practical thing. You have to be passionate about it as well. That's what it's asking you there. Okay, so that's the best attitude to take. Now, for the result of these energies, if you apply them as you might best apply them, the Emperor energy. So the Emperor has very high status, they have a position of strength, they have credibility, and they have a sense of control over what they do, okay? So perhaps you're moving along to something which is going to give you a sense of status, okay? A sense of knowing that you've been there and you've earned your position. If you have a look at this Emperor, he has an armor underneath that outfit that he's wearing, that cloak that he's wearing, which shows that he's a warrior, and he got where he is now because of his warrior abilities, okay? So, and he's ready to get up and go again if he needs to, but he's earned this position. So you've made the hard decisions, okay? You've followed your passions, and if you do, then the Emperor energy will result from that. So that's pretty good going. So let's have a look here and see, Sage, what might be the best way to accomplish this task? Okay, so you know you're leaving something to go to abundance, okay? And in practical terms, what does this abundance look like? So why is the Ten of Pentacles in the task position for Sagittarius? The Magician, okay. Have a look on the table of that Magician. He's got everything he needs. He's got cups, pentacles, he's got the wand, got the sword, okay. He's got that magic wand. It's like he's reaching up to the heavens up there, and he's pulling the powers down from the heavens and saying, come down here to the ground, make it work. So this is asking you to be to have a practical mind about things. So you will get this prosperity and abundance here if you use all these tools at your disposal. So you're going to have some good emotional awareness. You're going to be able to make clear decisions. You may have to invest a little bit of money, some of those pentacles, into what you need to do, okay? So it's looking like an all-round, very strong kind of position for you, but you will need to take practical actions here. The Magician is a practical person. He doesn't wallow too much in the spirit side of things. He gets things done, okay? And gets things done with willpower and just sheer know-how. And it seems here you do have the know-how to get things done and the resources. All these resources here, you'll be able to use those to accomplish this, okay? This Ten of Pentacles abundance here. So very optimistic. You do have your work cut out for you, Sag, if you're going to really make this work. So you're in for some hard work, but it will come to you. Now, the Empress here, so you fear that you may have to leave something behind. Okay, let's see if we can clarify what Sagittarius is fearing that they may lose from this decision to manifest and move on. Let's have a look here. Okay, Six of Wands. Okay, so you're fearing that you may be missing the recognition that you have in your present position. So perhaps you have a leadership role at the moment, or people look up to you. You have a certain place in your social group, among your friends or in your workplace, and you're worried that you might have to lose that to go on this new journey that that you're considering going on. Okay, that's what it seems to me. So you've got, at the moment, you have all these people around you. You know your place. You have a fair bit of leadership skill, and you're feeling quite comfortable there. You're quite successful there, and that you're afraid of losing that. Okay, that's what it seems to be saying there, Sag. But the best attitude, let's have a look. The best attitude, it says here, is, well, make those plans, realize that you do have something holding you back, but the world really is in your hands. Okay, take that approach. The decision you make about how far you're going to leave and how much you're going to leave, if that makes sense. Okay, that's just come to me. So how much are you going to leave behind, and how far are you going to go? If that'll make sense to someone out there. Let's have a look and find out, why is the Two of Wands there for Sagittarius in the best attitude position? Can you clarify that best attitude there, Spirit, please? And have here, okay, the best attitude is to try and do a couple of different things. So be confident that you have the ability to juggle more than one thing. Okay, so you've got this two of Wands here, saying yes, take a decision, make a choice, but don't be afraid to juggle these things. You are within your capabilities to handle whatever comes at you. Yes, the seas will be rocky sometimes. Have a look at those ships out the back. Yes, it's rocky, and it can be hard work for those sailors there, but they're quite safe. It's not like they're getting smashed. They're quite okay with it, and so is he, the juggler there. But if you have a look at the two pentacles in there, he's juggling those pentacles around in the sign of infinity, okay, which means he could just keep doing that indefinitely. So I'm seeing that eventually that situation there, the juggling of the Two of Pentacles, will need to end. So something will have to die to bring something else in, but for the time being, at least for the next couple of weeks, you'll be quite okay juggling these two things. So it might be like a transition. So when I talked about how much and how far to leave behind, it's probably asking you here to juggle a couple of things for a while. So maybe you don't want a clean break. Maybe you need to allow yourself a transition to this new place, this new idea, this new state of mind that you have, okay? And that'll be probably the friendliest and gentlest way to ease into something, rather than being shocked into something, okay? This is feeling like a very gentle way to do things, but at the end, you get this status that you still have, this feeling of belonging where you should be. So it's looking like a risk here, but the risk is looking like it's going to pay off, and by the end of October, or in that period, it could be even longer period, it's feeling for me that eventually this long-term goal that this long-term move here, or this move that you've made here, will result in a good sense of status for you, a sense of strength, and people respect you. Also, the Emperor makes the rules. So perhaps this is taking you to a place, some kind of promotion where you get to make your own rules. So you might be going into business for yourself. And so this decision that you've made, you may be juggling a real job for a while, if you like, until you, as a transition period, until you eventually get to this energy where you start making your own rules and you are the boss, okay? And that seems to be what it's saying to me. So I hope that's resonated for you, Sag. Please leave me a comment. Give me some feedback if you like. Subscribe, please. And I hope to talk to you in November.